Welcome to the Black Dragon Tavern. I'm your host, Dante,
I'm your host, Deacon.
and here we are on episode 12, the episode that
Yeah,
has no title. Because it was a busy day today for us.
it was.
Did a lot of running around. I'm
Yeah,
looking at my face on camera. I look red. It must have gotten more sun today.
yeah.
Yeah. Every time we go out now, look, get a little browner, a little browner. So, a couple shout outs. Just want to shout out to A Ron for joining last night. He's like our biggest fan now. Like we can count on him for almost every episode practically.
Yeah.
And I think what you mentioned was a good idea. A Ron, if you happen to join in or you happen to watch this later on, uh, we're gonna hit you up with a VIP um, bump up on your because you followed us here and you've been a loyal viewer for so long now that we're gonna kick that up a notch. So kind a couple special things come with that, but I can let Deacon tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Oh yeah, so the Discord server. We talked about that yesterday and talked about like
And we
you
forgot
know
about it again.
well no we had stuff going on today, but the good thing is it's working.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sending out notifications like it should. I actually sent out the first couple of invitations. So there were people that we had in there, like, Eldritch Nerdo, our GM. And then I sent one to GTK. I think there were a couple more that were in there that I sent out. I sent out like four total invitations. So keep an eye on out. Keep an eye out for that. We'll be sending out more invitations. We'll be posting up a link on the Twitch page with a link to the Discord server. And then tomorrow, I think, because I got nothing going on, I think I'm going to update the server with the show links from last night, and then anything that we might talk about or link to today. I'll put
The
that up
show
there.
links, like the YouTube link?
Well, like I guess that's not the right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
take notes for the show every week,
Mhm.
and then like
Yeah.
when we talk about articles or sources of things like that, like movie trailers, I'll put the link up there. Um, and like the first 10 shows have all the links that were referenced, the books, the movies, the trailers, all that stuff. So that's what's going on there. There's not a whole lot else new on the socials. Getting excited about you getting ready to take some pictures of some of the stuff you've been working on the workbench,
Mm-hmm.
some of your 40K catachan stuff. So on that note, if you're out there and you're checking us out, check us out on where are we at now? We're on Twitter at Tavern_Black. We're on Instagram at Black Dragon Tavern Online. We're on Facebook, just facebook.com/Black Dragon Tavern. And we're on YouTube. And to get the YouTube link, please go to our Twitch page, our Twitch About page, and click on the link there, and that'll shoot you over to YouTube.
Yeah.
I think I posted a couple of links to it on Facebook as well, but now that we've got the Discord running too, we can post it there also. So today was kind of cool. Glad
It was,
I had a
yeah.
chance to take you guys out and show you a little bit about where I work. We won't say any names, but and the art fair is kind of fun. And you came away with a really cool piece of artwork from that.
I did, yeah.
What's funny was like I did a screenshot just before we fired up the show here of the screensaver when the PC went to sleep, when the laptop went to sleep, and it reminded me of like the artwork that you got today, and I thought, oh, that's kind of ironic that like you got that picture, and then there's one on the desktop that looks somewhat similar to
That's
it.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
What was
What was it?
it? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It,
what was
well, it was like a sepia photo of three trees that look like hangman's trees, So it was really similar in context to the artwork that you got today,
it? Interesting.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, if when this goes to sleep again, if it'll still be there. So I just snapped a quick screenshot of it and saved it on the desktop here for you. Um, there were some really cool things there. I really like those mechanical sculptures.
Those were cool.
They had the little half track with the gun on the back, the mobile artillery gun on the back. Those were pretty neat. I wish I would have looked at the prices. Did you catch any of the prices on them?
Those are expensive. A few
Well,
$100s.
Oh, well, it's art. It's original
Mhm.
art, one of a kind. I just read a really good quote a couple weeks ago that said people need more art in their lives, not the cheesy Walmart kind of art, but, or Hobby Lobby kind of art, but the really cool, weird stuff. And I think that's so true. Like, I get enjoyment out of just, like, the weirdest art
Mm-hmm.
things, sculptures and whatnot. things with really cool colors, off the beaten path, so to speak. And they had quite a bit of that today. That's I think it was only one day. I think it's only for today, and they do that like every August. So it'd be kind of cool if it were a couple more days, but I don't know. I don't know how they would work that out. So other than that, like between yesterday and today, not a whole lot. Really, not a whole lot of news to break. I didn't really read a whole lot.
No.
Didn't really read any news stories or anything for this fireside chat segment. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about yesterday that I didn't bring up because there was so much stuff that I had. Couple things. One, I did get the Bongzilla tickets. We mentioned that on stream last night. If you're local here in Wisconsin, in the Madison area, there's a really great local band called Bongzilla that's going to be playing next Thursday. The 26th? Thursday the 26th at the High Noon Saloon.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out. Our boy Mikey's going to be there, and we got tickets for that, so we're looking forward to seeing that show. And then the other thing was the really freaky article on Disney's new, wild hair up their ass bright idea. Hey, let's fill our park with automated, almost sentient robots.
Yep.
Animatronic robots walking around. So, of course, the
creepy.
Twitterverse just lit them up. I mean, you want to talk about, how like people say this party's lit? That whole thread was lit up like, I don't even want to say it. It was just crazy. People were like, yeah, HBO had a series about that called Westworld. It didn't work out so well, And I know you haven't seen that, but you should really check it out.
Yeah.
It was all right for the first couple seasons, but I think it got a little monotonous towards the later seasons because it was getting a little far-fetched. But they had some interesting premises in it. But effectively, this genius built these sentient life forms with the help of a partner, and it got to the point where he became obsessed with them, trying to make them so realistic that people couldn't tell the difference. And you'd go there and you'd spend a ton of money and take a vacation there, and it'd be like you were in the Old West, and you could have actual, 6-gun fights with bandits and whatnot, and they were all animatronic, so when you shot them, you weren't really killing anybody, but you got the feeling of what it would be like to really, hunt down a bandit or whatever. So, it was kind of cool. And then, like, everything in there would reset the next day, so it'd be like the same thing. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, so Disney now thinks that it would be a really good idea to have these animated, Disney characters walking around talking to people. And I think there are going to be a lot of people who are, if they do it, that are just going to, like, shit themselves over, the technology. Because people are already starting to say how controversial they think it is. I don't know. What do you think out there in the viewership? What do you think of like the idea of fully automated animatronic, almost sentient androids walking around at a theme park would be?
Well, Elon Musk seems to like the idea because he is trying to make the Tesla bots now. And they're supposed to be like these almost sentient robots that go around and are able to do I think you said the boring, dangerous, and repetitive tasks, like screwing bolts in place, dealing with hazardous waste. But if you think you're going to have any problems with them, don't worry, because he said in the event that anything bad should happen, they will be made slow enough so that you can outrun them.
God. It'll be like that scene in Austin Powers with the steamroller, It's hilarious. You're running and screaming from this thing's like shuffling along like somebody in the senior lane at Walmart. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. That's ageist. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Again, like I, when we talked about that, when you brought that up pre-show, it reminded me of iRobot. The concept of like we built the robots to do these menial chores and tasks like handling nuclear waste or dangerous waste, and then they became sentient. So I don't know. I mean, it's just a jump to the left. from machines in an automated factory line to walking, talking animatronic robots. I know, what's the name of that company that's doing that? Boston Dynamics. They've got the one that can do all the flips and the.
Did you see the video I shared
I,
of the two of them doing parkour?
I
It
saw.
was awesome.
I actually saw that a while ago. Like the first time, the first video had one of the robots in it doing somersaults midair and like doing parkour stuff.
No, they've got them. They've got them like it's a video with two of them, and they just put it out within the last couple days, and they're like running on like really thin beams, and they're running up. They have walls that are like slanted like this much, and they're running up on the sides of the walls like that.
Yeah.
Doing like what are they, monkey bars or whatever? Where do you like climb across them?
Yeah. I mean that's
crazy.
just it is. So now like all the Second Amendment proponents are gonna want like bazookas, shoulder launched rockets to take out the robots.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy world we live in. I don't know. Kind of don't want to think about it. I'd just rather be thinking about going to the Bongzilla concert personally.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, it's like automated robotic future Bongzilla concert. Automated robotic future Bongzilla concert. So other than that, like not a whole lot. Tonight on the Battle Zone in the second half of the show, which we will switch to somewhere around 8:45 or 9 o'clock thereabouts. Take a little break, and then we'll come back from the Battle Zone, and we'll be playing a game called Monsters vs. Heroes, Volume 1, Victorian Nightmares. This is from Pendragon Games Studio, and it's kind of cool. The premise of this game, it's a card game, is each player picks a card from the Heroes and Monsters deck. They're all shuffled together. You don't know what they are, and you could be in the Heroes faction, or you could be in the Monsters faction. And then you reveal them both to yourself at the same time, so only I know what I am, and only you know what you are. Then you start drawing cards out of the deck. And when you draw cards out of the deck, you have a chance to play the monsters or the heroes into your hand and in front of you, and each one of them has certain abilities that allow you to gain an advantage over your opponent until you achieve whatever your objectives are. Like, you'll have a card that will tell you, kill this creature or kill this hero, and if you do it with these two protagonists, you will be, you'll gain like bonus points. So it's pretty fun. It's got some good replayability. It's a quick game, and we could probably likely get a couple games in.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm like exhausted today. It was like a late night last night, and then early
Long
day
day
up for me
today.
this morning, and then walking around in the hot sun. But other than that, like like we watched. What did we do? We watched Peaky Blinders. Killed a little bit of the afternoon when we got back. Had some good Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a total day of sloth once we got back home.
Yep.
And you almost forgot about the stream.
I did forget about the stream.
Yeah.
Not almost. I completely forgot about the stream.
I could have just fallen asleep. I was after that.
You did fall asleep.
I probably did. I probably dozed off. It's like, since I'm getting up earlier during the week now, I can't nap, and like I'm up all day. It's like killing me. Long hours. But it's good. It's all good. That's why I've got half Fridays off. So I'll do long days Monday through Thursday, and then take half Friday off. Yeah. You got a busy week coming up. You're getting ready for school.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of social events to go to online for your college, your classes that are going to be starting. What do you want to talk a little bit about that? Like, are they mostly orientations?
Yeah, it's just a whole lot of kind of learn about what student services they offer and all that. I don't think a lot of it's going to be that useful, but if I do enough of them, I'll get gift card to the bookstore or a free sweatshirt here or whatever.
Sure.
So,
Well, they got some cool stuff there. Like I said, when I went there, they had really cool things, and you find yourself like all of a sudden I need this or I need that. You don't really need it, but
Yeah.
you know, cool gear, show your school spirit or whatever. And as far as like, it depends on what type of classes you're taking too. You know, they got everything you need there, all your basic supplies and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised that you might use the student services. Like if you ever get to the point where, let's say in 2022, you can go to campus, take classes on campus. You know, you might, if you're in the library and, you know, I don't know, you need help with something, anything, classes or an instructor you're having an issue with or whatever the case might be, they really do have good student services. You know, somebody just to talk to. They got a lot of different groups you can participate in, and then like you'll get recruited for, like, if you have really good grades, like if you get like an A or B, I can't remember if they do that would be average, but I carried a 4.0, so I wound up on the dean's list like 2 years in a row, and that was kind of cool. I think it was like Phi Theta Kappa they wanted me to become a part of. And I did. I don't know if I really haven't taken advantage of any of that though. You know, it's one of those things where it's almost like the Illuminati. You know, when you're in it, you can get like different advantages at different places. So, you know, that's that. Well, there's 15 whole minutes of the show that I carried.
Yep.
So, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Carry the other 30
Carry
minutes.
the other 30 minutes.
I don't have anything.
Well, maybe we'll do that. Let's get through the next 30 minutes here, and then at quarter till we'll do the 15-minute break, and we'll come back at the top of the hour, and then we will. Oh my God, I need like caffeine really badly. We will, but I can't have it because my heart will explode.
Yep.
We'll play that game. So, you know, how are you feeling overall? Like, okay, we got a dozen after this episode wraps. And we put it up online. That's a dozen streams that we've done, you know, since practically the beginning of July. You know, what are you thinking? Are you getting bored with it? Are you liking it?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It's just hard coming up with topics.
Yeah,
Stuff to
it
talk
can
about.
be.
This is the hardest part of it for me.
The fireside chat
Yeah, it's
segment?
just sitting through that and trying to like not have a whole bunch of dead air, but also just figuring out what to talk about, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I know we've talked about it in a couple episodes. You know, I don't want that to become like the recurring theme. It's like, oh, listen to these losers, you know, just like talking about they don't have, you know, can't come up with stuff to, you know, I don't know. Look, I keep coming back to, you know, this notebook. I keep a notebook, and I know you've been keeping tabs in your phone, but I sometimes, like, I find it hard to keep up with the stories you tell me during the week, and I should start writing those down because you're not doing it. You know, like, you'll tell me some funny stories, and I'll be like, oh, that's great. You should talk about that in the stream. And like, yeah, and then you won't remember what it is. You know, but that's all right. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe we need to sit down and review the format and look at, like, how we're doing it and what's working and what could be improved. I hate to say what, you know, like, what's working and what's not working, because we could use feedback too from some of the viewers, you know.
And we'll have a section in the Discord server for that. A channel that you can put stream suggestions in if you have any.
Yeah. We do. We have a channel there for that. Yeah, I think it shows
But
suggestions.
I meant like when people join the server, you know.
Oh yeah. So if they're writing suggestions, we can talk about it live, and then maybe we could do a poll, get some voting going on, and see what people want to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be a good thing to do. And the other thing, like, I know we've been talking a lot about lately is dropping names for people we know or streamers that we watched, and I'm cool with that. I'm alright with that. You know, because I think for the most part, most of the people that you and I watch, they don't have like real controversial subject matter at all. You know, like once in a while something might come out, but you know, they're not doing any whack shit on a live stream, so I'm alright with that. I was more worried about you not wanting to cross promote or, like host somebody else's channel or raid somebody else's channel or, because I'd like to get some of that going too. We know enough people now, I think, that are doing this or getting into this. Excuse me, losing my voice here. Um, I think we know enough people that are doing that where we could start building up some of those relationships. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Joe does, if he's still pursuing that. And I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks about it, and I really need to circle back around with him and find out if he was serious about like starting up his own channel, because that'd be kind of cool. Have one more person out there to both support and hopefully get some support from.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, we mentioned last week about your buddy Dante, and he might be doing some streaming stuff. So, another father and son channel. I don't know if that's their whole thing or not, but that'd be kind of cool. I hope it works out for him.
Yeah.
I think he'd get into it. I don't know his dad. I've only met him once, so I think I've only met him like once. I've seen him a couple times, but have actually said hello and exchanged words with him one time.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure like what his whole story is or what his thoughts are on having a streaming channel. So, and then what about your other buddy Anton? How's his doing? Is he still streaming at all?
No clue.
Huh? You don't drop in on that?
I don't watch Twitch that much. I know, it's insane. I will tune into like stream highlights, but I don't watch Twitch that much. So
yeah, that's
go
true.
For like YouTube videos or music.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned that before. Like you, and I know for a fact. Like I know that's true. Like when I come down and you're at the workbench on your own painting, you've got some YouTube videos going in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it hard to just keep up with Twitch. Like while I'm doing other stuff, if I just want to sit down and watch a stream, I'll watch it. But like, if I'm painting or if I'm doing something else, then a whole lot of like chatting or a whole lot of watching Twitch relies on chatting and talking to people in chat. And since I'm not able to just read messages like the entire time while I'm painting or whatever, I find it kind of hard to keep up with whatever's going on the stream.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I totally know that. But what I found, what's interesting is, if I have Twitch on in the background and I'm doing something else, I'll find myself all of a sudden tuning in when a certain subject comes up. It'll catch my attention, and then I'll want to see, well, what are they talking about? Or if the host is responding to something in chat, and it sounds kind of funny or whatever, I'll go and I'll back up and I'll see if I can find what they're talking about in chat. And I found a couple of streams where like I've sat down and I said, okay, well, let me just watch this for a few minutes, and the next thing you know, an hour goes by, and I've been sitting or watching a thread. Like there's one, I was watching a whole lot of D&D play, so I was channel bouncing from channel to channel, and I found this channel, TPK Role Players, and I kind of liked it, and it's LGBTQIA plus friendly channel, and it was just awesome. They were having so much fun, and they play I can't remember which. They were playing 5th edition D&D, and I can't remember like which module they're on right now, but it's not really important. What was the most important thing for me was I really enjoyed watching them act through some of the stuff and the interaction between the people there. Like they seemed like they all got along pretty well.
Yeah.
And then there's 20 Sides to Every Story. That's the one that Joe guest hosts like every Friday, I think it is, or unless they change nights. So that's been difficult for me to watch now because I think it runs around the same time that ours does. And then there's the guy. His name's it's right on the tip of my tongue, and he runs In All Night Live, and that's on Friday nights, but that's at 8 p.m. Pacific. So that's like 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock our time. So by the time we're done here on a Friday night, if we finish in time, sometimes while I'm doing the show notes here, I can pop in and watch them for a little bit. And I can always go back, and watch the VODs, but it's different because sometimes I like to sneak in and shoot in comments or questions in the chat while they're live. So, and then I can't, go without mentioning Mr. Whiskas, because it's a buddy of ours. We know the family, we know him and his family, and he's a funny guy, to watch stream live. So, all these people we know, we got to build an alliance. It'll be the Midwest Alliance. You're falling asleep.
I'm falling asleep, man.
Yeah, it's alright.
I got to get ready for like everything that we did today. I got a nice solid like 5 or 6 hours of sleep.
Oof.
Maybe not even that. Skipped breakfast, skipped lunch.
Oh, you're a wreck.
So,
stay hydrated.
Yeah.
That'll help you go to bed early. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow just being Sunday and not having to do anything.
Yep.
Sleep in, get up, work on the stream a little bit. Put the episode 11 notes up on the server. And there will be, not a whole lot for episode 12 on Discord, just mostly because I don't have anything to link people to other than like I could probably find the link to that article again from the Disney animatronics. Dude, don't do that. That's contagious, man. We're gonna have to change our name to like the Black Dragon the Black Dragon Inn for people who are really tired. Exhausted adventurers. It's like, hey, we could do live streams of us sleeping.
Yeah. Sleep stream.
Do like Andy Warhol sleep stream. Andy Warhol sleep, like we just talked about a couple weeks ago.
So, speaking of Andy Warhol, and more specifically speaking of Till Lindemann recreating his burger video, the NFT sale. Have you heard about that? So, there was a thing going on a while back for about, I think it was $117,000. You could you get a plane out to Moscow, and your hotel gets paid for, and you get a dinner with Till Lindemann, the frontman of Rammstein, and as part of that, you get an NFT. I know your thoughts on NFTs, so you don't have to go into that here, but you get an NFT with that.
Are you scared?
And now it's coming out that NFT sale was illegal because it violated his contract. It was a little clip of him performing one of their songs at like some museum or whatever, and it violated his contract because the footage had the museum in it. So he's getting in some hot water for that now. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah,
there's a thing to talk about.
I have a love-hate relationship with NFTs just because I'm a cyberpunk and I'm a technologist, and that's what I've been doing my whole life. And of course, I love the idea of the technology. I love blockchain. I love the idea of blockchain. I'm not going to lie. I think it really, truly could fundamentally change the way data is created, secured, authenticated, and distributed. It's such a complicated process. It's really simple on paper. In theory, it's really simple, but it's so time consuming to build, an NFT or files that are using blockchain encryption. And you really can't, so far, they haven't been able to crack it. It's like, because each piece is created essentially on the fly from a different resource, and it's all time-stamped and it's marked, it's a lot more complex than what I'm explaining, but effectively you cannot forge a file created in blockchain because the infinite number of possibilities that you would have to be able to recreate would just never happen. You can't, not even one chain in there, not even one link in the chain can be recreated from my understanding.
Wow.
So it's really powerful, but it takes a hell of a lot of energy to do that, electricity, and that's what's killing like a lot of power grids apparently in different places. That's why
That's
these
crazy.
blockchain NFT farms are like they're illegal in some countries. In the UK, you have to have permission to do it because it sucks up so much power, that like all of a sudden the authorities are like, hey, what's going on with the power grid? Is somebody hacking it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
On the other hand, the idea of taking an 8-bit picture, like the video games that I grew up with, and selling that for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, almost $1 million, as a digital piece of art is so absolutely ludicrous to me
Unless you
because
were the one selling it,
unless you were the
obviously.
one selling
Yeah.
it, then you're laughing all the way to the bank,
Mm-hmm.
until you make sure that check gets cashed, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of the way I celebrate new jobs. I don't celebrate till that first check is in the bank, and I've already spent part of it. It's like, okay, that happened. But anyway, my point is like, I've seen so many file types come and go over the last 30 years, and people who are like, they swear by this technology. It's going to be here. This is the wave of the future. And then all of a sudden, gone. Zip drives. I mean, like, I'm so glad we got away from that kind of media. Like, you never got to see zip drives in your life. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, let's talk a little bit about media. And I promise I'll try not to, bore you, but because it's a good filler for the show, you know. So, if you go way back, right, like phonographs are one of the oldest forms of recorded media, right? A diamond stylus on a piece of wax, hitting a groove that has little demarcations in the groove, and the diamond stylus picks it up and vibrates, and there's your sound waves turned into an electronic signal and broadcast through a speaker. There's a record, right? That's pretty much the first type of recorded media. At some point, we got to the ability to record on tape, actual tape. Like, think of Scotch tape, Obviously, it wasn't Scotch tape, but it was a medium that was pretty close in consistency to that. And it's like this magnetic tape. Then they had a thing. So you had, it was called reel to reel, and that's what the tape was. And there were these big reels like this, like, not as big as movie reels for a film camera, but they were pretty good size. And they'd spin through a playhead from one reel all the way across the machine over to the other one, and then they'd spool up on the other one. And then if you wanted to hear it, you had to rewind it all the way back to the first reel and then play it back through, because you couldn't play. Otherwise, if you played it back through, it'd be playing backwards. It's really weird. My grandfather had one of those. Then what replaced that was 8-track. And 8-tracks were these big chunky cartridges, plastic cartridges that were almost like giant game cartridges, and you would shove that into the dashboard of your van in the 1970s, and then you'd play that. And it had two sides, so it would play all the way to the end, then it would flip over and play back on the other side. So you could be in the middle of a song, right, jamming out, and all of a sudden, it'd stop, and then it would have to flip to the other side, then pick up again from the other side. Then what replaced those was cassette, and that was sort of like in my generation, like cassettes were cool, and people used to make mixtapes. So they'd listen to college radio, or they'd you'd have your little boom box, and you'd hit the record button as soon as your favorite song came on the radio, and you'd have to cue up the tape right to the right spot, and then you have to stop it before the DJ stepped on it with the call letters of the station, because that would really suck. And then leave a little bit of space between the recording so you could do your next song, and who knew where that was going to be, when it was going to happen. Then CDs came out, right? And everybody thought, okay, well, CDs, that's really cool. That's the wave of the future. They're like basically like, well, there's laser discs that came out before CDs, and they're effectively a spinning media that was written onto with laser, right? And then CDs came out, but we're talking like spinning media. It's still spinning media, and even the hard drives in computers were spinning media. There were platters that were spinning around and being written to, like a record. So the technology didn't really evolve too much. You know, the medium, like, instead of a wax record that had grooves carved into it, now it's laser foil. You know, it's foil with like laser paths burned into it or whatever. So cut all the way to NFTs. You know, there have been a lot of things in between, different file types: JPEG, GIF, MP3, MP4. You know, in the old days there was AVI. There was, you know, FLV for flash video and all that stuff. Now for digital media we've got NFTs. In 30 years, you know, are NFTs going to still be around? Who knows? You're falling asleep,
very
dude.
Good bedtime story. Very good to put somebody to sleep with.
Yeah, I put you to sleep. And then the DVD came and said, "Hello, I'm the DVD." Make it like a children's story for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I bore you?
Sorry,
like, what?
I tuned
Did
out
you say
to
something?
that, like halfway through.
No, I know. I was watching you. I was looking right at you, and you were like falling asleep. You were over there like half-ass asleep. This guy, wow. This will be a classic episode just for that. Like, tune in. So hype that up. Streamer falls asleep midstream.
You gotta specify in that case that it wasn't a planned stream for that.
No, it really was. We didn't do jack shit to plan for this show, and that's all right. You know, I'm good with that. I watched a lot of streamers that like, I mean, I'll bet you probably, I'm willing to go out on a limb here, and I'll bet you 90% of streamers don't plan for what they do. They stream. They get online, they play a game, they chat with the people who are...
When you say 90% of streamers, do you mean like big streamers or just all streamers?
Well, how many big streamers are there? 1%, isn't it?
Not even.
Not even? It's like 1/10 of 1%?
No, it's like 0.06.
So
like
90% of streamers, the biggest majority. And then I'll bet you in that 10%, other than the ones who... like they have they're big time streamers, they probably do a lot of work, a hell of a lot of work for their shows and editing their videos, because they're not just doing Twitch, they're sending their shit up to YouTube, and you know, they're doing promotions all over the place, right? Running Discord servers. But I'm talking about like regular Twitch, just like everyday run of the mill, like, hey, I'm gonna hop on, I'm gonna play a game. Like, I'll, you know, I don't know, not that there's anything wrong with not prepping. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, you know, it's a lot of work when you really start to sit down and you plan show notes out and you say, hey, I saw this really cool thing that I think our viewership would find interesting, you know, and it's a movie trailer, or it's about a new book or a new game coming out. And again, you know, like I said, for me, I try to keep to the philosophy of try to find the weird things, the off the beaten path things. Not what everybody's talking about, like, you know, whatever, the next Mario Brothers, you know, something that like everybody, the next, I know we did AC the other night, like last night, Assassin's Creed, talked about Siege of Paris, but, you know, I don't know, it seems to me like there was a lot of chatter about that game for a long time, and now it's starting to die down, so anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose you before the end of the night. By the time like we switch over to the battle zone, like we flip that camera on, I'll be like, "Hi, welcome back to the Black Dragon Tavern. I'm your host Dante," and then the camera will be on you, and you'll just have your head down on the table. You'll be knocked out. I mean, we could do something really unprecedented and cut it off like at 9. You know,
No,
I mean,
give it a shot.
we get an hour. Well, you know, don't kill yourself. It's too bad we didn't have like a bigger viewership, because like we could say, you know, donate bits, and for every like, you know, every 10 bits that you donate, like we'll add on 10 minutes to the show. Keep you up.
Very cheap price.
I got some toothpicks over there. You know, we can just put them in your eyes
God.
like that. It'd be like Alex. What was his name?
Camera?
I can't remember.
The
Alex.
Ludovico treatment. Like that.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was, right? The Ludovico treatment.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, when you
Crazy
said that, for
movie.
some reason, I short-circuited and I was thinking of Ludwig, the streamer. I'm like, did he do that on his stream? He was the one that did the 30-plus day challenge, right?
Just 30.
30 days or whatever.
30, it was a month.
Yeah. Like, think people would donate and add time to his that he had to stream. Yep. God damn it. See, I was yawning too. We weren't kidding when we said, like, this is a show about nothing. Because, like, we knew sometimes there were going to be shows where we just really didn't have shit to say, but the show must go on. Oh, dude. It's hilarious. If we could get, like, you know, a sub every time you yawned, that would be awesome. You're going to fall out, and if you fall out, I'm just going to laugh so hard. I'm not going to say anything. I'll just let you sleep. I'll just keep the stream going. And I'll be hyping it up so much on all the social channels. I'm like, you have got to see this episode. Deacon falls out like halfway through it, and you'll just be like laying there, sitting there like drooling, rolling down the side of your mouth. I would get the camera, I'd pick it up, and I'd put it like right in your face. Look at this, it's hitting his t-shirt. I should tease you. Not until after I film it.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Oh my god. Well, so it's almost that time. It's about in 4 minutes it'll be quarter till. And then we could hit the break. We can take a 15-minute break and then come back to the battle zone. Unless you want to call it a night, I'll totally leave it up to you.
Figure something out.
I won't be heartbroken.
Coffee, splash some cold water on my face.
Oh, coffee sounds good.
Copious amounts of drugs, I don't know.
Copious amounts, yeah. Proceed immediately to ingestion of hardcore intravenous. Yeah, we shouldn't go there.
Ingestion of hardcore horse dewormers to cure your COVID.
Oh, jeez.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I think you were telling me about that.
Yeah, horse pills. People have been taking them because they read online that it's like a miracle cure for COVID. So the CDC's reported like a giant spike in poisoning rates or whatever.
These are the same people that were shoving UV flashlights up their asses and drinking bleach. I mean, would you expect anything less?
No.
Big fucking horse pills. That's really sad. And actually kind of funny. I know, I'm evil. I'm going to hell.
Probably, yeah.
I could hit that basket if it wasn't so full of shit right now. I'm feeling it. I know I could do it. But if I do it now, it's going to bounce out.
Give it a shot.
It's your fault, dude. It's totally your fault. I blame you because you're like, hey, give it a shot.
It's not my fault you missed it entirely. I mean, I'd say that's at least a foot to the side, if not more.
That was about a foot to the right. But my shoulder's feeling better.
That's good.
Yeah. I could put a little more oomph into that throw than last time.
Still thinking we should get like a basketball hoop to go over
that. That would be funny.
Have get one of those really fancy ones. If people donate to the stream, we could get one of those really fancy basketball hoops that has the motion sensor, so it puts a little tick every time that you throw a can through there.
Yeah, we could like have it like little counter.
Ooh, put a little webcam hanging off the side of the fridge to measure the counter, so that like every time you toss one in, you know, have a little box down on stream like right there.
Yep. The trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about that too. Pretty much. On stream we talked about that, having a trash can.
Yep.
Got to keep that thing empty though for that.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? It's about quarter till.
Let's call it here and then take a 15 and go back to the game.
All right, you sure you want to do that? You sure you're gonna? You sure
I'll
you're
do
up
my
for
best.
it? All right, you gonna make some coffee? If you do, you should make me one too.
I'm not
I'm
that.
gonna, I'm gonna
I
take
don't
a
have
little.
the energy for that.
Uh,
We're going Battle Break or Game Break?
Battle break. Okay, well, before we do that, hold on. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we'll come back from the battle zone where we're going to play Monsters versus Heroes. We'll see you then. You have character cards.
And we're back. I'm your host, Deacon. That's odd.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's pulled off to the side. You want to fix that?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the...
No, it is. You see the...
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if that's an artifact of... See? Because the whole thing is in frame, so...
So what do we do?
I don't know. Maybe it's a problem with the camera. There's nothing I can do right now. I mean... The cord's not out, you know. I don't know. What's it look like on the stream? Did you check it? Welcome back to the Black Dragon Tavern, everybody. We may or may not be experiencing technical difficulties. We're having a little problem here on Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah, it's on the stream.
It's on the stream? That's kind of weird. Okay. Well, let's go like this. Bear with us 1 minute here. We're gonna refresh this. Cam Engine 1. Is that what it is? Yeah, I don't know.
Does he have a TPZ set up?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna check. Let's see. Let's say reset all. There you go. So apparently something happened that whacked out the orientation of the camera. Alright, well, we got that fixed. Alright, so we're about to start playing Monsters vs. Heroes here. Again, this is by Pendragon Game Studios, and it's basically Victorian era heroes in the Sherlock Holmes pantheon versus classic monsters like the Mummy, the Werewolf, Frankenstein, and so on and so forth. So the way this works, there are two factions. There are monsters and there are the heroes. Each of the players, which would be Deacon and myself, will get a faction card. So draw one of those. Don't show it to me.
I can look at it.
You can look at it. Now, on your card, it'll have two heroes on there.
Or two monsters.
Or two monsters. And it'll have a number and it'll have a sign. So if you cards with an orange name, okay, these are for the regular cards. Let me see where the rules were for these hero cards. Each faction card shows the names of two characters. If a player has one or both of the characters in your play area, that means out here on the table in front of you, not in your hand, you score 2 additional victory points. So that's where the number comes in on the bottom of the card. Whoever scores the highest number of points is declared the winner of the game. In a case of a tie, the winner is the highest scorer who was last to play. How to win. Check all the cards in every player's area, adding up the number of star icons and the number of skull icons present in their cards. A player who plays for heroes scores 1 point for each star icon, but loses 1 point for each skull. A player who plays a monster scores 1 point for each skull, but loses 1 point for each star, or sun, or whatever that little thingamajig is. Character cards. The black or white icons in the upper right corner of the card will affect the player's final score. Cards with an orange name and at least one white sun symbol, they're called suns, are considered hero cards. Cards with a green name and at least one black skull symbol are considered monster cards. Cards with a purple name are neutral cards and may or may not have a point value. A neutral card is always immune to the effects of targeting heroes or monsters, but not to effects targeting just cards. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's who I'm playing. Alright, so we take one of these, we put it face up. Hellhound. This starts the discard pile. If you would draw 3 cards, you can look at those, but don't show them to me. And I will take 3 cards. This is a starting hand. If you're happy with your cards, you can keep them. If not, you can discard them. And let me see if it says that you have to discard your entire hand. Yeah, you can keep the starting hand or discard it to draw 3 new cards, which you must then keep. When's the last time you watched a horror movie?
What?
What? You still half asleep? When's the last time you watched a horror movie?
Minions 3 was kind of scary. Like,
Minions 3.
it's been a while. I don't really like horror movies.
I know you don't. Okay, so then that would mean
Some
that,
of
like,
them.
I was the one to watch a horror movie most recently.
When did you what?
With your mom. Watched Get Out.
Recent?
Yeah.
Didn't we just watch that like a while ago? When did you watch it?
I don't know. Whenever that was. We could say we're tied if you watched it with us, which means in this case you go first because you're the younger player. Okay. So first of all, decide whether or not you like your hand.
Yeah.
Keep in mind what faction card you have, and
Yep,
then so are you going to discard your hand, get a new one? You're going to keep it? Okay. So what you do is you play a card in front of you.
Face up.
You lay it down in front of you. And what does it say?
Woman in black. At the end of the game, this card is worth 1 skull of your choice.
Okay.
I can't remember what they're called.
Yep, sun.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one. That doesn't tell me anything. It's a neutral card. It could be a hero or it could be a monster. I, on the other hand, have to make a decision. I'm going to play Vampire Lady. You may discard a random card from another player's hand. If it is Van Helsing, Dracula, or another Vampire Lady, you must discard this card in its place. So... let's go with this one. Face up.
Oh.
And the discard pile. Damsel in Distress. Alright. So your turn. You draw a card.
1 or up to my 3?
You draw 1 card each turn. And I will double check that just to make sure we're not boning that. Yeah. During their turn, every player has 2 options. Play a card from their hand or draw a card. But you can have a maximum of 3. That's it.
I don't really like either of these. Oh wait, so can I play or was drawing my action?
Drawing was your action.
Okay, so it's your turn now?
Yep.
Wait, you didn't tell me that. I thought I could...
Yeah, I just read the rules.
No, I mean, I figured if...
During their turn, every player has 2 options. Play a card from their hand,
Okay, but you told me to draw before then, so I wouldn't have drawn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my fault. My bad.
Oh.
I forced you. I'm sorry.
Now. So I guess it's your go.
Okay.
These both kind of suck.
I'm used to, I'm sorry. I'm used to games where you draw a card every turn regardless. John Watson.
Yeah.
What's it say?
If Sherlock Holmes is on the table or in the discard pile, put him in your area, ignoring his skills.
Okay. All right, my turn. don't really. I'll play Hellhound.
Okay.
You may discard a hero from any player's area with a maximum value of 1 star. So that'd be this guy, John Watson. So discard him. I may be doing you a favor, I don't know. And it goes to you. So your options are you can draw a card or you can play a card.
I drew.
Alright. I'll play Policeman. You may discard a monster from any... Oh, that's not a monster. Shit. Well...
You put it down there.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, no, that would be immune to the targeting effects. Alright, I guess I'll draw one instead. Okay. Your turn.
Draw one. It's yeah.
I can't really. I wonder what happens if you have something that's not really applicable.
That doesn't do anything, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, if a player plays a card whose effect is mandatory but it cannot be applied, for example, if it discards a card and played at the monster, then a card is played in this area, but the skill just doesn't apply. Alright. Well... Shit. I'll just play Damsel in Distress then. You may choose any hero on the table except the Fortune Teller or another Damsel in Distress. Put it in your area, ignoring its skill.
How many cards do you have?
What?
How many are you holding?
In
No,
play area?
like number in your hand. Play the Evil Spirit. Discard all the cards in another player's hands. If the Baphomet or Rasputin is among them, then discard the Evil Spirit.
Okay. Neither is in there. Alright. My turn.
Mm-hmm. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
I'm going to play Brave Young Man. You may discard a monster card in your own area except for Dracula or Vampire Lady.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
I'm going to play Brave Young Man.
Okay. Your turn.
I'm going to play Mississippi Smith.
I don't know what that is.
Ipsissimus.
Ipsissimus.
Oh, you may choose a discarded monster, except Mr. Hyde, the creature, or another Mississippi, and put it in any area, ignoring its skill. So I'll put this guy in your area, I guess, since he's there.
Okay. That's your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to play Baker Street Irregular. You may move a card from your area to another player's area, except Sherlock Holmes or another Baker Street Irregular. I'm going to move Mississippi Man.
Okay.
draw
Okay,
card.
you drew.
So it is, I believe, your go.
I'm going to play Sherlock Holmes. Force a player to play all the cards from his hand to his area, ignoring their skills.
Okay.
Your turn.
It's your turn. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Mycroft Holmes. Look at the top 2 cards of the deck, add 1 to your hand, and discard the other.
Oh, nice. Play the Gorgon. Skip the next player's turn.
And then
it comes back to me.
okay. I'm gonna play the Woman in Black again.
Okay. I don't really have, okay. You don't have anything in your hand, so I'm going to play that. Discard a random card from another player's hand, but you don't have anything in your hand, so.
Okay. So I drew.
I'm going to play Imp, steal a random card from another player's hand.
It's your go.
Okay. I'm going to play Policeman, and this allows me to remove a monster from any player's area with a maximum value of 1. So we'll take her out. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Ars at Lupine. Look at another player's hand. You may choose one of his cards and add it to your own hand.
Oh, you bastard. Arsene Lupin.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, of course you will. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna play I'm gonna play Dr. Jekyll.
Okay.
Can I discard like any time, or was it only for the starting hand?
Yeah, discard's not an option. You either have to play or draw.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure.
So yeah,
you know,
no, I'm not
gonna
snarking
play a
at you.
Hellhound. You may discard a hero from any player's area with a maximum value of 1. So I guess just get rid of the policeman.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play Baker Street Irregular. You may move a card from your area to another player's area except Sherlock, Holmes, or another Baker Street Irregular. So, give you that.
The Gorgon. I'm gonna draw.
My turn.
No, wait. Did you?
You just drew.
Okay, yeah, I thought you had done something after that. I guess I'll play Priest. You may choose any discarded hero except Dr. Jekyll, the Fortune Teller, or another priest,
Nice.
and put it in any area, ignoring its skill. Hero's the sun, right?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'll put him in there. He's kind of cool looking. Got a big mustache.
I'll play Hellhound. You may discard a hero from any player's area with a maximum value of 1 sun. And I'm gonna take our son Lupin. Lupin.
Okay. I'm gonna draw, I guess.
Okay. Your turn.
I'm gonna play Woman in Black.
Okay, and what does that do?
It's skull or sun at the end of the game.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna play Street Urchin. Take a card from the top of the deck.
So it's my turn? No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's your go because I drew.
Yeah. Sucks. Imp.
Okay.
Steal a random card from another player's hand.
I'm gonna draw.
Okay. I'm gonna play a card. Baker Street Irregular. Allows me to move 1 to your hand.
No, to my play area.
Or to your play area. Take that one.
I guess I'm gonna play this guy.
What does he do? Oh, Lestrade.
Take every policeman on the table and add them to your play area. So there are none.
Okay, my turn.
Yep. My turn. I
Oh, okay.
Card.
Well,
when does this end? Like, what are the conditions for winning? Is
we
it
go
just
through. We go through the deck. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll play Wicked Manservant. You may discard 1 or 2 cards from your hand except Van Helsing or Dracula. Look ahead. Rasputin.
Okay. I'm gonna play Van Helsing.
Oh,
Discard
nice.
all monsters in a chosen player's area. So I'm just.
Oh, dude.
Just gonna.
That's a really powerful card.
Yoink them. And then. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to play the Fortune Teller. Look at the top card of the deck. You may choose to either play it or discard it. And I'm going to play this. I'm going to play the priest.
Cool.
You may choose any discarded hero except for Jekyll, the fortune teller, or another priest, and put it in any area, ignoring its skill. Gonna put Arsène Lupin. Okay, your turn.
I'm gonna draw a card.
The artwork on these is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Impin' ain't easy.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna play Street Urchin. Take a card from the top of the deck. Oh, this should go in the discard. I accidentally flipped that up. Did you see what this was?
No.
Okay.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play Henry Stanley. You may play another card from your hand. And then I'm gonna play the Mummy. Look at another player's hand. You may take one of his cards and discard it.
Okay.
So it's your turn. And then it's my turn. Oh, it's my turn?
You just drew?
Yes.
Okay. Goes back to me.
It goes back to me.
Queen Victoria.
Who's that?
You may discard one or two cards from your hand.
Okay. You may
I'm not going to.
discard, you don't have to. I'm gonna play Policeman. You may discard a monster with a maximum value of 1, and I'm gonna discard the Mummy.
Nice. Okay. Your turn.
I'm gonna play... Oh, I can't.
No, because you
'Cause
drew.
I drew.
I'm going to play Irene Adler. Exchange all the
Sounds
cards in your
familiar.
hand. What's that?
So that sounds really familiar. Who's that?
I'm trying to think of where she's from. Exchange all the cards in your hand with all the cards in another player's hand.
Irene Adler.
And it's your turn, by the way.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who Irene Adler was.
Yeah.
But I'm also not getting any signal down here right now.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. How interesting. Must have just gone out because I was able to pull up the Google page.
Yeah, looks maybe it's back online.
Oh, that's who she was.
Who's
Remember
that?
her? From Sherlock?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll draw.
Oh, that was you?
Hmm?
Okay, you drew?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, shit. I'll play the world. You may discard a hero card from any player's area except the fortune teller. Let's get rid of this one.
I'm gonna play the woman in black.
Play Mr. Hyde. Discard Dr. Jekyll from the table.
I'll play Brave Young Man.
And what does that do?
I may discard a monster in my own area.
Okay. Okay, your turn. What you looking at?
So this is going to be another one of those episodes where we upload it in 2 parts, Twitch at least. So your go, by the way.
Alright. I play Dracula. Move all the monsters from one player's area to another player's area of your choice.
I'm going to play Baphomet. Fill your hand with cards to a maximum of 3.
Draw.
Gonna play the policeman.
Okay. I'm gonna play March Phantom. You may discard a hero in your own area except for Van Helsing or a priest.
Okay. I'm gonna draw.
Okay. I'll play Brave Young Man. You may discard a monster in your own area except for Dracula or a vampire lady.
Do you have to play through all your cards?
Oh, when the last character card is drawn, the game ends immediately.
Okay, so take that back.
Okay. The ones in your hand
Hold on. The ones in your hand do count?
don't count.
Don't count. Then you subtract the number that you aren't.
Right.
Okay. So my total score was 8.
Okay, I had 14.
Yeah. Alright. Can't say I'm too much of a fan of that one.
How much is that? How much of that is because you're tired? You're like totally falling out.
I have no clue.
I like it. I think it's a good little game. It's I like the lore. It's something I'm interested
I
in.
think
Like,
some of the cards suck. Like, just bad rules.
do you like what?
Yeah.
Can you give
Like,
an example?
discard all cards in your play area.
Yeah.
I was just stuck with that. I couldn't do anything about that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and the best you can hope for. Let's take this one and put this over here.
Yeah.
The best you can hope for is
Or like move all monsters out of your hand or out of your area.
That's Dracula. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his minions. He can send his minions out. You know, and that's why now that you know how the cards work a little bit, you know, you can see how you could build that into a strategy.
Yeah.
Next time. Do you want to try another hand, or do you want to call the stream here?
Sure, let's try another one.
Okay. Got one viewer. Welcome to the Black Dragon Tavern. If you're out there lurking, pop in the chat if you want. We're just we're playing a game of Monsters vs. Heroes by Pendragon Game Studios. Victorian age heroes like Sherlock Holmes and Mycroft Holmes and Irene Adler versus classic horror monsters like Dracula and the Mummy and the Werewolf. Each player plays a faction, and you can either be monsters or heroes. And then you have to try to collect as many heroes or monsters into your play area as you can and earn the most points. Collect the biggest, basically like faction.
Stream Deck's frozen. Yeah.
Is there anything coming in through chat on the stream?
Yeah, from the one viewer.
What do they say?
He said, sounds like a fun game.
Is that GTK?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks, GTK. It looks pretty fun. It is pretty fun. Alright, there you go. Choose your poison. Oh, wait, take the top card or whatever and flip one over here. Just flip one card over here.
Oh.
Okay. That's the first thing we're supposed to do before we pick. Okay.
My turn then?
So.
Go to my turn?
Yeah, you can play
Alright.
it.
I'm gonna play. Wait, do you want to discard your hand?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna play the Evil Spirit, which says discard all the cards in another player's hand. If Baphomet or Rasputin is among them, discard the Evil Spirit.
Oh, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta discard everything? Dude, that sucks. I had some really good cards here.
Sucks to suck.
Alright. That was your play. I get to draw.
I'm gonna draw.
I'm gonna play Irene Adler. Exchange all the cards in your hand with all the cards in another player's hand. I don't have any, but I get your
I'm gonna
moves.
draw.
Alright.
There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna play Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Force a player to play all the cards from his hand to his area, ignoring their skills.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
I'm gonna draw.
Alright, I'm gonna play Lestrade. Take every policeman on the table and put them in your area, ignoring their skills.
I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Baphomet. Fill your hand with cards to a maximum of 3.
Okay. I'm gonna draw.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Baker Street Irregular.
Mm-hmm.
You may move one card. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna play Baker Street Irregular. I'm gonna play Dracula. Move all of the monsters from one player's area to another player's area of your choice.
Mm-hmm. Except Dracula.
Just says move all the monsters. Doesn't say except Dracula.
That card's got to be played in front of you. I think.
It says move all the monsters from one area.
All right,
so
that's fine. Because
you did
otherwise,
that last time.
no, I kept Dracula in my hand because that's what I thought. Like when you play the card, you play it into your play area. Okay. Gonna play Marsh Phantom. You may discard a hero in your area, except on housing or priest. Okay, your turn.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna draw.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play the creature. Discard a hero or monster with a maximum value of 1. Discard a hero or a monster card with a maximum value of 1 skull or 1 star from the area of each player, including you. You can't discard the werewolf, the mummy, or the creature itself. So I'm gonna discard spirit.
I don't have any in the
Yep.
play area. I'm gonna play Sisymus. I can choose a discarded monster and put it in any person's area, so I'm just gonna put that right back in there.
Alright.
I figured there's probably a reason you don't want it in there.
Okay, I'm gonna draw.
I guess I'll draw.
Alright, Marsh Phantom. You may discard a hero in your own area except for the housing or priest.
I'm gonna play Baker Street Irregular and move Sisymus to your area.
Okay.
You don't get to use his skill. I'm gonna draw.
Alright, I'm gonna play Wicked Manservant. You may discard 1 or 2 cards from your hand except Van Helsing or Dracula.
Okay. I'm gonna play Damsel in Distress. You may choose any hero on the table except for the Fortune Teller or another Damsel in Distress and put it in your area, ignoring its skill. Got like the entire Baker Street line up there.
Yeah, pretty much except for Watson.
Yeah. Take this guy. He's got a gun. That's kind of neat.
Okay. Can I give you a helpful hint?
Mm-hmm.
What does it say? What does the card say that you played?
Choose any hero on the table except the Fortune Teller or another Damsel in Distress and put it in your area, ignoring its skill.
Why don't you go for him? Sherlock Holmes. He's got 2. His
Oh,
value is
he
higher
does.
than that. Okay. Alright, your turn.
I'm gonna play Mr. Dr. Jekyll.
Okay.
And then you take Mr. Hyde off the table, but he's not out there.
Okay. I will draw.
That's kind of cool. You will. Okay, your turn.
We'll play steal a random card from another player's hand. Spread them out. This one. Okay.
I'm gonna play Priest, so I can go through here and pull a hero, and then put it on the table, ignoring its skill.
Okay. It's a good one. But, well, okay. I'm gonna play Queen Victoria. You may discard 1 or 2 cards from your hand.
I'm gonna draw.
I think it's pretty obvious who's what. Which one is it?
It's a card. It's your go.
You might have something. You might draw something else.
I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
It's your go.
I'm gonna play Policeman.
Okay.
You
I'm
can
gonna draw.
discard any monster with value of 1.
Thank God. I'm gonna play Wicked Manservant, and I'm gonna discard the Giant Spider.
Okay. What's the giant spider?
Discard all cards in your play area.
Oof. Except Baphomet, whatever, right?
And draw. I didn't.
You said you were gonna
Oh
draw.
yeah, right, yeah.
Motherfucker.
It's your go. I'm gonna play the Woman in Black. It's your go.
Okay. I'm gonna play Street Urchin. Take a card from the top of the deck.
I'm gonna draw.
I'm gonna play Arsène Lupin. You look at another player's hand. You may choose one of his cards and add it to your hand. Um, okay, and what did it say they do? I get to pick one of yours. Here. Did I get to play it right away? Is that what it said?
I'm gonna draw.
I'm gonna play John Watson.
I'm gonna draw. Oh, I can't draw. I'm gonna play Police.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna draw.
Alright, I'm gonna play Mycroft Holmes. Look at the top 2 cards of the deck. I can add 1 to my hand and discard the other one. Your turn.
I'm gonna play a Hellhound.
Okay.
And discard Lupin.
Oh, that's
You may
one.
discard a hero from any player's area with a maximum value of 1.
Okay. Gonna play the woman in black.
I'm gonna draw. Did you draw?
I did. It's your turn.
I'm gonna play the Succubus. Exchange all of the cards in your area with all of the cards in another player's area.
Oh, dude, seriously?
So you
oh my god.
can have this. I'll be taking those.
I'll be taking these Huggies and any money you have in the register. You never saw that movie.
If I did, I'm too tired to remember it. What is it?
It's Raising Arizona.
Alright, now it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to play Hellhound. You may discard a hero from any player's area with a maximum of 1. So let's take Irene.
Okay. Discard or add? Okay. I'm gonna play Brave Young Man. You may discard a monster card in your own area. I'm gonna discard the Baphomet.
Yeah, good choice. It's a high value one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gonna draw.
I'm gonna play Priest. I can choose a discarded hero, and I'm gonna take Irene back.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna play Woman in Black.
Okay, I'm gonna draw because I don't have anything.
I'll draw.
That's not my card. I'm gonna draw.
I'll play Vampire Lady. You may discard a random card from another player's hand. If it is Van Helsing, Dracula, or another Vampire Lady, you must discard this card in its place. Let's go with this one. Oh, it's Vampire Lady. So I have to discard this one in its place.
Oh, okay, so I can play this one?
You can.
I'm gonna play Vampire Lady.
Okay. And then it's a random... Wait. You want me to mix it up? Okay.
Did you favor with that one?
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw.
Brave Young... Oops, sorry. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I just responded because you said you were going to draw. Brave Young Man, you may discard a monster card in your own area except Dracula or Vampire Lady. Get rid of the Succubus. Your turn.
I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play Street Urchin and take a card from the top of the deck.
Nice. I will play Imp. Steal a random card from another player's hand. We got 3 of them, huh? Stick them in the middle. Bah.
I'm gonna draw.
Same here.
I'm gonna play Policeman and
Okay.
discard Wicked Manservant.
Okay. I'm
Can
gonna
I?
play what?
Oh, never mind.
Damsel in distress, you may choose any hero on the table except the fortune teller or another damsel in distress. Put it in your area, ignoring its skill. She does. I don't know if she counts. She counts as a hero. She does. I'll take
Yeah.
that one. Queen Vic.
I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the fortune teller so I can look at the top card and choose to either play it or discard it.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna play this. It's a Baker Street irregular. You move a card from your area to another, ignoring its ability, so you can have Dracula.
Okay. Brave young man. You may discard a monster in your own area except Dracula or the Vampire Lady. So let's get rid of one of these
I'm
hellhounds.
gonna draw.
Okay. Game will end when you draw the next card.
I'm gonna play the woman in black.
Okay. The werewolf. You may discard a hero card from any player's area except the fortune teller. Let's go with Minecraft.
Okay. Who's on your card? Like, what are the characters on your card?
I'm not supposed to tell you till after.
Yeah, but like, you could.
Could, but I don't think I want to.
I'm making brownies later. I'll have to share them, you know.
Are you really at 10 o'clock at night?
I'm hungry.
Well, obviously you're heroes, and I'm heroes. I can tell you I have neither of the people that are on here. Let me double check, make sure it's a true statement. And I can tell you you have one of the two people that are on here.
Okay. I'm gonna draw then.
Game's done.
Okay.
So put your cards, your hand in the discard pile. Then count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus 2 for having Irene Adler. So I'm at, what's 14 plus 16? Okay, I'm at 16. I'm at 10.
Okay. Well, that fucked me up because I was keeping track in my head, but then 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, minus 17 minus 5 is 12.
Good job.
You were at 11?
No, 10.
10. Okay, that's pretty close. Good game. Glad you stuck it out. What do we call it? It's 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Well, for anybody who's out there watching, anybody lurking, thanks for joining Black Dragon Tavern. That's the end of another episode, episode 12. And check us out next week. We'll be here Friday from 8 p.m. Central. And then Saturday, 8 p.m. Central. So we do this every Friday and Saturday. Check us out on Twitter at Tavern_Black. Check us out on Instagram at Black Dragon Tavern Online. Check us out on Facebook at Black Dragon Tavern. And then check our Twitch page for the YouTube link. And then this weekend, before the end of the weekend, we're putting our Discord link up there. So YouTube and Discord links will be on the Twitch page. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Dante. And that's Deacon, and he's falling asleep. Good night.